Hi everyone, my name is Shawn and SugoiShawn. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a book review. I just want to start off by saying that I suck at pronouncing words, so I'm probably going to fail at pronouncing names for this book. This book is Written in the Stars by Aisha Saeed. Again, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I suck at pronouncing names and words and all that jazz. Written in the Stars is a young adult novel that follows a girl named Nayla. Nayla is in her final year of high school and she is Pakistani, and her parents have wanted to do an arranged marriage for her, but she is dating someone that her parents do not approve of and that her parents don't know of. But when she sneaks away to prom, her parents find out about this and take her to a trip to Pakistan. She thinks it's just a normal trip, but soon she finds out that her parents are trying to force her into a marriage. I just want to say that the trigger warnings for this book are rape, child abuse from like older relatives to a 17-year-old girl. And I'm also going to be including forced marriage as a trigger warning just because it is a very depressing and hard to read about topic for some people. So I got this book for free from my library from doing the summer reading program because people who just graduated high school are allowed to do the teenager one. And for some reason, I don't know if I was like, really out of it and tired or something, but I read the back of this book, the synopsis, and for some reason I thought it would be a light and fluffy romance with like one hard-hitting moment, sort of like The Sun Is Also a Star or To All the Boys I Loved Before. But it turned out to be extremely depressing. It was a good read, and I think that talking about forced marriage is extremely important. I really appreciated the look into Pakistani life because before this forced marriage thing happened, they sort of went through some of the life and things about Pakistan that I didn't know about, and I thought that was interesting. I thought it had great pacing. I really appreciated that. I flew through this book in 2 days. The chapters are generally like 6 pages or less until the very end of the book. Can you... Oh my gosh, you just crunched one of my Funkos. Little dude. Little dude. That's my brother's cat, in case you're wondering. It's not mine. I only have 2 and he's not one of them. I'm just doing a little babysitting today. Little dude. I just looked it up to double check, but the language they speak in Pakistan is Urdu. And there was some words in Urdu in this book. I really hope I'm saying Urdu right. And it had a nice little glossary in the back of the book with the Urdu words. And there wasn't too many of them in here. It was a nice balance between English words and Urdu words. So I didn't find myself getting too confused by the words, so that was really nice. I've read some other books where I get really confused by the word. And I really appreciated that nice glossary at the end of the book. A major issue I had with this book was I had a hard time keeping track of Nayla's family in the start of the book. Like her family in Pakistan, not her family in the US. It made it really confusing, and I get that families can be really large, but I'm still just really confused out of my mind. I was able to figure out her like forced marriage family better. But yeah, her family at first I was like, I literally can't keep track of everyone, of all her like aunts and uncles and all that. I think that's mostly my fault if I'm being quite honest. I have brain fog a lot, so I get really confused easily while I'm reading books, and just in general I get confused easily. But yeah, that part was really confusing to me. I think that's pretty much all I have to say about this book. My star rating for this book is 4 out of 5 stars. I gave it 4 to 5 stars because my mental health has not been the greatest, so I wish there was trigger warnings at the start of the book. I think it should become commonplace to put trigger warnings at the start of the book and on the synopsis at the back of the book so that people are more prepared for what they're about to read. I know it like might spoil it or whatever, but these topics are really tough to deal with, especially the rape part. And I have a hard time reading books with these topics in them, and I wish I would have been warned about that beforehand. So yeah, that's why I knocked down a star. It was depressing and there wasn't any trigger warnings in the book, so yeah. But I do think that this is a very important story, and I love the pacing, and I really felt for the main character, and I felt like I would have done the same things if I was in her shoes, so that's why I gave it 4 stars, because of the main character and because of the pacing, and because I feel this is such an important topic to talk about. Forced marriage and arranged marriage are something that a lot of people don't know enough about, so it's really important to talk about them more and to raise awareness for what's happening. If you've read this book, please feel free to leave your thoughts or opinions on this book down in the comment section below. If you're going to be reading this book, please keep in mind that it is depressing, so if you're really depressed and you know it might make you more depressed, maybe wait a little bit before you read it. But I feel that's an important topic to talk about more, and I thought it was sort of cool that this topic was brought up in a young adult novel. I haven't read any other books about arranged marriage or forced marriage, especially not young adult books. I'll be linking the Goodreads page to this book down in the description below, and I'll also be linking all of my social media down in the description below in case you want to follow me. I also did another review for this book, but a written format review on my Goodreads, and those thoughts are sort of my thoughts immediately after I finish the book, and these are my thoughts after I've let it sit for like 12 hours to sort of gather my thoughts a little better. So yeah, that's really all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and I will probably have more book-related videos up in the future. So yeah, until the next video, I'll see all of you later. Bye!